My friends, it's now time when I invite the next guest of honor of this session. Uh, I would say, as it was rightly said by Dheeraj Singh ji, a person who can bring smiles on the faces of millions of people through his pencil. It is indeed our honor and privilege to welcome Shri SANDEEP ADHWARYU ji, who's associated with the Times of India as chief cartoonist. His regular cartoon column in Times of India goes by the name of TOI, Line of No Control. He started his career from Outlook and went on to work with India Today, Mail Today, and Sunday Guardian before joining Times of India. Originally from Sagar, MP, he is now based in New Delhi. Sir, it is indeed our honor and privilege to have you here today. We all are keen to listen to your views. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Namaskar, everyone. And thank you, my gratitude to MIT for this wonderful opportunity. It's pleasure to be here with all of you. Thank you, Dheeraj, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So let me without wasting much time, let me begin by disclaimer that I am no expert on the subject, neither I am a trained journalist, not with great academics. So whatever 2 cents I have to offer today in this platform will be based on. Okay, I'm getting this echo. Can you please correct this echo? Yeah, thank you. So whatever 2 cents I'm going to offer in this platform is based on my 18 years of experience at ground zero, that is media industry. And as you all know, I've been working as a cartoonist, so it would be more of a cartoonist perspective of the entire situation or the problems, if I may say so, in the field of journalism or media. Disclaimer number 2: when I talk about that particular, quote unquote brand of media, I am not trying to, paint the entire media with the same broad brush, right? So I would, when I refer to this section of media, I would refer them, for the sake of convenience, I would call them alternative media, because they seem to be more in the business of promoting alternative facts. So I would call them alt media or alternative media. So let me now introduce to this bittersweet dish called cartoons, or more specifically cartooning. So the three ingredients, let me begin by an analogy of dishes. The three ingredients we need for preparing this dish are number 1, conflict; number 2, exaggeration, hyperbole; and number 3 is provocation. Let me elaborate how it works. Look, in a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multilingual society like ours, there'll be no dearth of conflicts. Aap charon taraf dekhoge, you will find conflicts all around, right? So you don't have to hunt for issues to do a cartoon, right? So it's there, right on your face. So that's the brighter side, or the darker side of our democracy, whatever you may prefer to call, right? So this conflict as constitutes the fodder for us, and we thrive on these conflicts. Not in a very, it's not a very happy thing or happy state of mind to be, getting into these things, but that's the, part of a job, or if I may say so, job hazards of cartooning. So coming to the second ingredient, which is exaggeration and hyperbole, right? So we deploy this tool of exaggeration as a very legitimate tool, because you're all aware that exaggeration which we use in our cartoons is meant to be taken as literally, right? So this is the tool we employ. And the third most important ingredient of this particular dish of cartoons is provocation. We try to provoke. We try to provoke people into thinking. We don't provoke people into violence or anger, right? So this is the description of this bitter sweet. Can you please correct this echo, please? Sorry. So this goes to this is how I describe this bittersweet dish called cartoons. Now the problem here is, if I compare this to the current state of journalism in India or probably around the world, there is some eerie similarities, eerie parallels with uh, uh, you know art of political cartooning in journalism, with some difference, of course, right? So let me compare how it parallels to this brand of journalism is parallels to the art of cartooning, right? So these journalists or the alt journalists, they are also into the business of some sort of caricaturing, right? And they also prepare a dish. The dish I'll name at the end of the discussion, right? So they also use broadly the same ingredients, namely one, conflict, two, exaggeration and hyperbole, and three, provocation, but to a very different effect, right? Let me explain it how. When it comes to conflict, okay, just like us, the cartoonists, conflicts is there to be seen. For journalists, it is meant to be reported. It has to be reported as it is, right? Now when we come to the second ingredient, which is exaggeration, right? So exaggeration to us, I firmly believe it's a legitimate means of, it's a legitimate tool for us to deploy. But for a journalist, no, it's not. But it is being used, it is being deployed to a very, great effect, right? And when this journalism or when this journalism of exaggeration and hyperbole is laced with another ingredient called disinformation, it becomes a recipe for disaster. And that is what seems to be happening in this brand of journalism, at least. And what the impact of this journalism leads to the fourth ingredient, which is provocation. Why fourth in journalism? Because they have added one more ingredient, that is disinformation. So provocation inevitably becomes the fourth ingredient, right? So provocation. So people are provoked into anger, into violence. And this constitutes a vicious circle. You provoke people, it leads to more conflict, more fodder for you, more exaggeration, more hyperbole, and then again it leads to provocation, and then it leads you back to conflict. So this is how it works. So that the dish, finally, the dish which is in front of you, that dish is called polarization, radicalization, hate, and this is the dish. This is journalism for you. So let me repeat this disclaimer that I am not painting everybody with the same brush. I am alluding only to that specific brand of journalism, which is more into this caricaturing of our society. And so the bottom line, in this profession too, there is a caricaturist and there is a caricature. There's a cartoonist and there's a cartoon. Who is that caricaturist? Who is that cartoonist? Is the journalist. And who is the cartoon? It's we the people. We the people. People are the cartoons. The bots, We are being turned into bots. So again, I will not waste too much of time. I quickly switch over to the last part of the entire discussion, which is solutions. There are two-pronged solutions. One is technology, because technology plays a great role in post-truth world, in propagating alternative facts and lies. So again, the solution has to lie in technology. I would go into much detail because I won't go into much detail because that's not my domain, right? The second most important uh, solution to this problem could be people, you. More importantly, the vertebrates, people with spine. People with spine, people like you, when they get into this profession, the change, you are the change we need. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MIT.